It's pretty dark down here, can't you think? Watch your footing, Emma. Ouch! I think I hit my head. Okay, be careful not to slip. Take your time coming down. Okay. The light switch should be somewhere around here. This is... The hidden 51st floor is being used as a storage room. Hey, look there, Steel Sun.
That statue.
Yeah, that statue, and there's also the missing steel, the Jammin Ninja mask in the back there. And there's also, oh my god, there are so many things here.
The suitcase.
Yeah, the suitcase is there. And also, look at the very back behind the suitcase. Which painting is that? Oh my god, there are so many cameos here. We'll need to investigate it thoroughly. Mr. Edgeworth, please tell me about the case. Right then, where should I begin? I see. This is certainly a serious I see. This is certainly a serious situation. Why does she look like she's having so much fun? Looks like you're in a bind, prosecutor attorney Edgeworth. I'm not a defense attorney, nor is there such a thing as a prosecutorial attorney. This looks like a job for science. Don't you worry, I've got everything here in my bag. Are you sure you're up for this, Emma? Of course! So, once again, it's good to be working with you, Mr. Edgeworth. And I'm glad to be working with you as well. Looks like we got ourselves another cute assistant. So, what's the plan? That lift looks pretty suspicious to me. It looks like it goes down. I'm curious as well, but first we should investigate this room. Okay, if you find anything, be sure to tell Uncle Ray. And if I remember something, I'll let you know. Yes, please do, Emma. Roger, I'll be ready to support. Well then, let's begin the investigation. Oh my god, we have the blue badger here as well. Some glitchy things. I'm just gonna take a look over here. Oh my... Yeah, not just the blue badger mobile, but the actual blue badger is in the background. Oh. Wait, that's money, isn't it? There's a huge stash of money piled up here. How unrefined. They're all $100 bills. Talk about the big bucks. So, how many times your yearly salary do you think this is worth? Leave my salary out of this. What's this? Looks like a giant head? If I recall, this is the head of Miss Monkey. I believe it's from a case I was involved with in the past. It's the Turnabout Samurai. It's impressive how they were able to get such a large object into this room. Miss Monkey, huh? Doesn't really have a nice ring to it. Maybe you remembered the name wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. Impossible! That cannot be true. Wow! Talk about bad taste. I've never seen such a gaudy desk before. Just what kind of person would use something like this? The tabletop is being supported by 4 naked men. The design is quite painful to look at. It certainly is in poor taste. Maybe this was also related to one of your past cases. No, none of the cases I handle involved a person with such a bad taste. Or at least I hope not. Edgeworth. Edgeworth. If I recall correctly, that is a desk of red white. Yeah, Pix, exactly. Oh, that's Red White's desk. It has to be. And the transceiver sitting next to all these trophies. It seems like they were lined up together on purpose. Looks like it's still got batteries in it. Might come in handy later, so I'll pick one up for now. I'll be sure to put it to good use before I turn in these to the police. That's just like what a certain great thief would say. Scientifically speaking, this must be a wooden icebox. This chain is tied around to keep the core from escaping. Probably. No, Emma. Wouldn't this be a costume trunk? It's made from wood that repels bugs in order to protect the clothes inside. I see. Of course. That's another possible theory. If you close the store in a cold place, it would be nice and cool to wear in summer. I guess she's sticking to her icebox theory. These are... What is it? The items displayed on this shelf, if I remember correctly, they're all evidence from past cases I was involved with. What are they doing here? I guess it would make this place a PIC's evidence storage room, huh? These items should be kept in the care of the police. Don't they keep evidence in the prosecutor's office? Only for current trials. However, once a verdict has been reached, the evidence is transferred over to the police department and stored in the evidence room. But it looks like the evidence has been stored here instead. There's no point in worrying about it. For now, I should try examining everything. Notice some of the evidence has tags in front of them. And there are numbers written on the tags. Maybe they're ID numbers of the evidence. No. Based on how large these numbers are and the nature of the items, I'd say these are prices. Yeah, it's Mr. Monkey. Prizes, if that's the case. Wow, these are ridiculously expensive. She seems more concerned about the prizes and the legality of this whole affair. The evidence on display. I should inspect every nook and cranny. So, let's see. I can't remember all of these. That's strange. Only this one spot is empty. But it still has a price tag, just like all the others. Indeed. Furthermore, there's a part of this cloth that is not covered in dust. Perhaps something was placed here not long ago. I see. It sure seems like it, but what could it have been? This star-shaped mark on the dust. I wonder. Could it be related to a certain piece of evidence?
Eureka!
This dust pattern matches it perfectly with the base of the candelabra. It's likely the killer got a candelabra from this very storage room. Does that mean the candelabra was also a piece of evidence? It is quite possible, however, that is not the issue here. The murder weapon originally came from the storeroom. We must keep that in mind. Oh, how cute! This stuffed animal is so fluffy. That's from Gourd Lake. Alright. It should be in the care of the prosecutor assigned to the case right now. Why is it sitting here in a place like this? Ah! So I see what's going on here. So the PIC thinks Edgeworth has made all this evidence vanish, which is why they're investigating him. Instead, the evidence is hidden right under their noses. Hello, TC. So I think that the PIC thinks Edgeworth has forged a bunch of his stuff, and then or hidden the evidence he used or something to get people off the hook. Give me a second. I didn't manage. Oh, I'm sorry. I need something to be able to just quickly mute myself. Actually, do I have that? I think I should have a button somewhere that I can mute myself with. Nope, I don't. I need to do that. I need to fix that. His left horn. I'm pretty sure it was already missing when I first saw it. Then this must be a defective product. I demand a recall. Now that I think about it, giving a broken toy to a country's president does sound strange. Thank you. The storeroom contains items to be sold, doesn't it? It's unfortunate, but there is that possibility seems quite high. I suspect some nefarious individual has been selling evidence here. And people actually pay money for this stuff? Apparently some people do. The price tags are proof. Different strokes for different folks, I guess. What a cute doll! It kind of looks like the Steel Samurai. It's the Iron Infant, son of the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess. He was destined to become a hero of justice from the moment of his birth. So much pressure rests on his tiny baby shoulders. And yet he carries himself with grace and dignity that belies a toddler of his age. Hello, Mr. Edgeworth! Are you even listening to me? Of course I am! It's a small bottle. I've seen this piece of evidence somewhere before in the past. Huh? Is that all? Yes. What more did you want me to say? Oh, right. Wait. Why were you involved? You weren't involved in that case? That was Godot's case. Wasn't it? Vous êtes très bien! Oh, monsieur! Yes, what more did you want me to say? I need to make a memo. Note to self. Even the most boring objects sound like works of art when Mr. Edgeworth describes them. No. Don't read a memo out like that loud. Ink and a lamp, both are evidence that I've handled before. Why is all this stuff here linked to you? Many of the items here are objects I've handled just a short while ago. But it's probably only a coincidence that they're all collected here. A coincidence? I never thought I'd hear you say that word, Mr. Edgeworth. No matter how improbable, if it fits the facts, then we must accept it as the truth. Isn't that the same with science? Oh god. Aha! We should discuss science in detail someday, Mr. Edgeworth. This mannequin, I've got it! According to my scientific reasoning, this is something you encountered in one of your past cases, right? No, it's not. This is the first time I've seen this mannequin. Seems completely unrelated to the other objects in this room. There's no price tag in front of this mannequin either. So then, why is it here? Wait, what? There's a compartment. There's a cupboard here. Why is the cupboard not interesting? Don't you think it's kind of creepy that all these masks are lined up in a dark place? Emma, are you not good with horror movies? No way! Horror movies are so unscientific. Well, yeah, it's safe. So, she's scared of them. That's a pretty pricey mask. $50,000! Holy crap! The German ninja mouse that Kay had with her. Perhaps it was originally attached to this hook. That sounds plausible, scientifically speaking. In other words, Kay came here. Kay came here? It's quite likely, but for what purpose? Maybe she was going to steal something from this place? A great thief would steal the truth, huh? No, I don't think we can answer that question at this time. You see more badgers. Various masks are placed here. There's even one of the steel samurai. Indeed, these are fairly high quality replicas. Scientifically speaking, it's just a bunch of random masks. Certainly does look like a hodgepodge collection of masks. This hook is. Looks like the hook to hang a mask from. I wonder what mask used to be here. These are murder case files. Huh? What are those doing here? By all rights, that should be kept at a prosecutor's building or a courthouse, but would say that someone has removed them. Something is afoot, and we are none the wiser. Yeah, that is a problem. This statue. Yes, is something, is this some sort of new fact? No. This is evidence from a case I was previously involved with. I believe it's called the Alice Red statue. There was supposed to be two of them, one real and one fake, but no matter which one this is, it is unnatural for it to turn up in a place like this. Mr. Edgeworth, you've really seen a lot of cases, huh? Why are you here? Why are you here? No! No! Oh my god, why are you here? No! No! God! You shouldn't be here! Why? I don't want to deal with her. I don't. Gotcha! Yippee-ki-yay! I got me a scoop! Ah! God! My eyes! Stop it! Y'all ain't getting away from the Great Lawless camera that easily! I reckon y'all must be criminals! I must snap 16 shots before y'all can even say cheese! We're not criminals! Really? Y'all ain't fooling my camera just with those words. You are... Huh? Ain't you that heinous prosecutor from way back then? Who are you calling heinous? This is Lotta Hart. She's a photographer I've dealt with during my past cases. I see her distinctive accent and her chat about the mouth hasn't changed a bit. Just look at that face, you're obviously up to no good. It seems she has a bad impression of us. Now it's time to pay our dues. Staying still with our photographer, y'all. We only came here to investigate. Lass, y'all think you can fool me like that? Miss Edgeworth, she's not listening at all. She seems harmless. Let's just leave her be for now. I don't want to deal with Lotta Hart. I don't want to deal with Lotta Hart. I don't want to deal with Lotta Hart. Lotta Hart isn't real. She can't hurt us. Lotta Hart isn't real. She can't hurt us. Oh my god, she's there! Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to deal with her. So, what are what are all y'all folks? I can't. I just can't. So, what are all y'all folks doing in space spies like this? I was about to ask you the very same question. Why are you here? For the people of the world and for myself. I'm a social justice photographer after all. And just when you think Lotta Hart couldn't get any worse. So I gotta take photo after photo from a big scoop. It seems we won't be able to talk to her normally when she's like this. Why? Oh yeah, Lotta Hart here. Okay, let's talk with Kay. Yes, can I help with something? Guess not then. Okay, Ray's. No man, Uncle Ray's heart was the pounding of a storm. Surrounded by so many cutie pies in a small, cramped room. Mr. Shields, please try to be more serious. That was just a joke. Uncle Ray's keeping a close watch over little Kay, so you can continue your investigation without worry. You watching over Kay is exactly what I'm worried about. I heard you said this was a case, was evidence from a case you were involved in. At any rate, you gotta admit this is a very strange statue. It's the Alice Red statue. Huh? Yeah, like the less we have to deal with Lotta Hart, the better. But I have a feeling we're gonna be playing logic chess with her. And I'm gonna be miserable the entire time. So, yay. This is the Alice Red statue. It doesn't look red to me. Wait, the name is written here. Alice Red statue. Alice Red? All is red? All is red? Alice Red. What are you mumbling to yourself over there? No, it's nothing. Come on, let's examine some other places. Okay, but what else is... Oh, right, logic. Yeah, exactly. You have to, like, tear into her to actually get her to tell the truth, because she always, like, she's like me. She's a sensationalist reporter. She is like Rita Skeeter. She really is. From the price tags attached to the piece of evidence and that huge stash of cash, it's clear that the buying and selling of evidence was being carried out here. In the hidden 51st floor, evidence was being trafficked, whatever. This clearly means something. It seems further investigation is needed about the dealing that went on in this place. If only there was a witness, we could ask them. A witness? Yeah. I don't want to. So, why did you come here? For the people of the world, for myself. Oh yeah, that's the same thing again. Social justice? Then allow me to guess a reason why you came here. Was it perhaps to expose illegal evidence trafficking? Oh, I get it. You were trying to get a scoop on the secret dealings. Y'all know that much already? Well, I reckon ain't no reason to hide anymore. My sources tell me that there's some kind of black market auction being held around these airports. What did you say? So, then, all this evidence here is... Yup, they're all goods of the auction. There's a lot of dirty money flying around here. I wanted to try and catch it with my own eyes. My source gave me a whole bunch of info too, bud. I figured just hearing about it ain't enough. Seeing is believing after all. So I've been staking out the place from behind their statue since yesterday. The auction took place late last night and went on till the early morning. A murder the night of the black market auction. Could the two events be related? Oh, I just want to strangle this woman. Because, you know, if she has been here, like since the afternoon, stalking behind that goddamn statue, she must have seen Kay fall down and just injure herself like that. It's like, no, I ain't gonna care for this here kid and help her out. No, I got my scoop to find. Black market dealers in the Grand Tower. I guess I really had the monologue this time. Were all the items in this auction's piece of evidence? Well, a lot of normal stuff too, like stolen art and the like. I wouldn't consider stolen art to be normal. But I reckon the evidence would start to show here. These folks were law fanatics, trying to get their hands on the latest goods from the police. So that's what you wanted to get a picture of his heart. Pretty much. They were meeting right under this here weird storeroom, so I watched them from up here. Very, very interesting. You know,
I guess you're the only one that understands what I meant with what I
oh yes, I do. Okay. Well, yes. Oh, because if this is a storage room and like the auction went down, yeah, exactly, Pix, exactly. That potentially gives this here a whole new meaning. You know, Courtney, like I want to like Courtney, I do, because it's like, at the same time though, it's like, you know, I do want to like Courtney. I really do. But like every case there's something there. It's like, yeah, let's just tighten the rope a little bit around that neck, you know? Oof. You said you were here since yesterday. Did you witness the entire event? On the market auction after all. They follow a fairly detailed procedure. First, the participant entered the storeroom from the viewing platform at one at a time. When they got in, they each took one of these hair masks on the wall there. Funny thing about those masks, they're all equipped with voice changers, itty bitty ones. That way, they won't be recognized. And they wanted to protect their anonymity. You mean their anonymity? Oh yeah, that's it. Their anonymity. Why not just say identity and make things easier for all of us? After putting on the mask, they would go down the left. And the next fellow would just come in. All the way back was this exact same thing, but in reverse. They come out one by one, turn the mask, and head up out of the storage room. Wow, that's pretty thorough. How many participants were there? People altogether. Counting each and all of them as they made their way down. I'll have you know, I wasn't just laying behind the stair statue this entire time. Then, where were you in the beginning? Beginning? Well, don't you worry yourself about that, you hear? She was hiding behind the statue the entire time. I watched the folks coming in while lurking in the shadows. Oh, secret agent line. Note yourself, secret agents like to lurk in the shadows. And then, they use that old lift over there to get down to the auction site. After they all went down, I watched the whole thing from the lift. Did that lift stay down the entire time? Hearing it try a Texas accent is heartwarming and amusing. I mean... I have no idea, so I'm just doing something. So, okay, so I could probably do a pretty good Texas accent if I spent my time at the Topgolf main office for a while, but I haven't, so we're not doing that. No, I came back up, but there's a tiny gap in the floor there. A little bit of a space between the floors and the lift platform, you see? So I can see it just about everything's going on down there. Then did you see the person who was conducting the auction? Huh? Well, yeah, you bet you did. What kind of story would this be if I wouldn't know who the conductor was? Yes. The conductor, huh? It seems I need to ask her for some more details. Yeah, I think so too. Here comes the discount Magatama. Do you have any information about this so-called conductor? Yeah, here it is. You know, I came here to get me a scoop. What makes y'all think I'll give you all that info willy-nilly? Basically, what you're saying is you don't know. I see. So that's why she won't answer. What can I say? Just couldn't tell how old they were, or even if they were a guy or gal. Can you tell me what the person was wearing at the time? They had a white jacket with a purple flower, and they were wearing like white gloves. Well, so we know Courtney is not the one who's doing it then. But you know, that don't mean much when I have no earthly clue to who they really are. So the conductor's identity was hidden just like the participants. That's right. They had a mask and a voice changer just like everyone else. What kind of mask did this person wear? It was a Zurvan mask, I reckon. Zurvan? What other place is that supposed to be? As for Edgeworth, don't you know about Zurvan? He's a sworn enemy of the global hero on Yakapon. Zurvan, the rule of time. Seriously, who hasn't heard of him? Most people, I'd imagine. Since the conductor wore a mask, I assume you were not able to see their face. Not even a tiny bit. After I came all this way from a big scoop. Some old stories turn about nothing but a fool's gold. How is this fool's gold? There's a black market auction going on in the PIC's meeting room. How is that not a lot of... You make my brain hurt. That set of clothes seems familiar. Perhaps I should show her that piece of evidence. Yeah, exactly. Even if you don't have evidence, like, that's just piles and piles of evidence. Like, just gold. Exactly. You said the conductor wore a white jacket with a purple flower and white gloves. That's right. That sure looked like a spiffy criminal mastermind. Miss Hart, did they look anything like this? Hey, that's it. That's conductor. Hold your horses. Are you telling me the conductor's dead? She's a victim of the case we are investigating. Her name is Jill Crane. Have you heard of her? Can't say I have. So, she was a lady, huh? What kind of gal dressed like that? She getting her kicks by fooling me into thinking she's a guy? I doubt that her intention was to deceive you. Setting that aside, we have established something of a major importance. The victim was the conductor of the black market auction. I see. So the conductor was killed. Then that might explain... Explain what, Miss Hart? No. Not nothing. Honest. It's hard. Here comes the minigame. You clearly sound suspicious just now. I ain't telling you, I ain't. Can't be. Sorry, were you trying to say something? No, I ain't saying nothing. Please don't be like that, just tell us. How many times I gotta tell you, I am a journalist. Information is what pays the bills. I can't just go around spouting everything I know. I've already said too much. I have nothing left to say to y'all. Then what if I found some fingerprints for you? What good would that do for me? I don't want any of your old dusty prints. Why don't you two follow my example and do some investigation on your own? Oh, I guess she won't tell us anything. Not to worry, Emma, just leave it to me. I have certain methods of drawing out information from those who wish to hide it. If my opponent's lips are sealed, then I will be the one to unseal them. Let us begin. I ain't telling you nothing, so quit wasting my time. She seems rather impatient. It's as if she wants to cut off the conversation. Let's be careful with my time. Oh my god. That's where I'll begin my attack. Now, time for the first move. Don't you think you're overreacting a bit? Let's just calm down and... I'm always calm, don't leave me alone. A real journalist always keeps her cool. Speaking of journalists, I have something interesting to tell you. A few days ago, I met another self-proclaimed journalist. She spoke with an accent quite similar to your own. She spoke like me? There, maybe it was... Haven't you realized it yet? I have you... Oh my god, this is so... Oh fucking hell. Oh my god! I can barely do this! A real journalist always keeps her cool. Oh, that's it? I can't give up now. I have to stand my ground. Oh my god. Okay, this is a little bit annoying. If you don't say nothing, I ain't say nothing either. Also passive. Oh my goodness. Nicole Swift. She has a distinct way of speaking, one very much like your own. Furthermore, she said that she had a mentor. Oh my god. That implication didn't even hit me. That she was like Lotta Hart's student. Oh my god. I was just thinking, okay, she's just whatever, like she's a student, whatever. I couldn't in my faintest nightmares imagine she would be a student of Lotta Hart. Could she have been referring to you? Oh, so you know Nicole. Well, ain't that a fun little coincidence? Where'd y'all meet? Wait, no. Stop trying to make me spill beans. Oh, that was a close call. Seems she lets down her guard when she talks about Miss Swift. This could be a useful clue. I want you to tell me everything that you know right now. No way, Jose. I ain't spilling my guts to someone I got no connection with. Perhaps you should use that clue. You say I have no connection with you, Miss Hart, but don't we have a mutual acquaintance with your apprentice? Ugh, well, that's... I reckon it would be mighty cruel of me to give Nicole's friends the cold shoulder. Then, why don't you share with us what you know? Well, when you put it like that, guess I could let you in on my school. No, I ain't falling for your nasty twigs. No, sorry. Your scoop? No, just forget it. It ain't nothing important. So your slip of the tongue. It's hardly becoming of a journalist. You have a scoop, don't you? Now, tell us what it is. Alright, you got me. I got me a perfect scoop. But I ain't telling you what it is. I'm gonna sell this story to a publisher. The information she is hiding could be vital to the investigation. Gods. God. I need to make her talk. Next, I'll press her on the contents of her scoop. She may be quick to lose her temper, but she is even quicker to loosen her tongue. She is not a difficult opponent. Now, to extract the information I need. Does your story pertain to some incident of some kind? Well, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. That's hardly a clear answer. Why are you always hollering at me? I've done nothing wrong. I just snuck in some investigating reporting. You didn't do anything wrong. That's a bold statement, considering that you're currently trespassing on private property. Hey, you're doing it too. Well, I guess the prosecutors got the right to investigate wherever they please. I probably shouldn't mention anything about the current state of my employment. There are far worse people in the world, you know. I reckon I'm the same compared to the folks who murdered. So she did witness it. Considering what you just mumbled, it is possible that your scoop has something to do with a murder incident. Hey, I was all talking in general terms just now. I mean, anyone look like a bag of roses compared to murder, right? It sounds like you're just making excuses to me. Oh, it was gathering from on the black market auction. A murder incident? I don't know anything about that. I ain't seen or heard nothing. I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line of questioning. Okay. Does this scoop of yours have something to do with the black market auction? What are y'all talking about? I don't know nothing about that. Weren't you in the middle of infiltrating the black market auction? The only logical conclusion is that your story has become something to do with it. You aren't getting any answer from me. I didn't hear nothing. I absolutely hate double negatives like this. It's like, I suppose she is telling the truth. She didn't hear nothing. So, that's the truth. But I do hate what it's like being used to deny something, you know? How did you realize it? Oh, wait. You didn't hear what exactly? Did you hear something during the auction? No, that's... I just heard a weird sound, so... I ain't even worth mentioning my article. Just forget about it. There's no question something happened during the black market auction. She heard a strange sound. This would be a useful clue. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Oh god. I won't have time for this. Okay, I barely managed. Did you say you heard something strange during the auction? If it stuck out so much, that must not have been a sound that you would normally hear. For example, the screams of a murder victim. This lady. It's like, you know...
It's like, she has all this, like, she knows about the murder. Does she want to tell the police?
Absolutely
No.
not. I need my scoop. I need my scoop. I don't care about the murder. I want my scoop. Oh, God. It's... You know, I just can't like Lotta Hart. Like, she is a knife block. Like, you know, like just Lotta Hart. I'm just gonna continue. That's right. I stumbled upon a murder in the middle of my stakeout. But please, don't make me say anymore. This is the biggest scoop I've had in a while. The murder she overheard is most likely the same incident we're currently investigating. This is bound to be crucial information. I'll finish this by confirming the credibility of her information. She has nowhere left to run. It is time to deal the final blow. Did you really stumble upon a murder? Y'all call me a liar? Them's fighting words. I'm a bona fide journalist. I would never publish my lies in my articles. Faster and more accurate than anyone, that's my motto. Her motto, huh? This could be a useful clue. You should keep it in mind. Tell me the truth. I know you're still hiding something from me. I ain't had nothing from nobody. I already told you everything I know. Okay. tell me what you know about the murder incident in full detail.
Well, my memory, what it used to be, not much I can talk about. I ain't the most attentive gal in the world, you see.
I hardly expect a bona fide journalist to be so inattentive. Didn't you just say your motto was to be faster and more accurate than anyone?
Ugh, well, that's...
As I expected, the credibility of your information is suspect.
But I know that what I heard. I have no proof.
You have proof? How is that possible? Explain yourself at once.
I got me some evidence. Hey, wait, you heard that? Well, I was just talking to myself. Y'all just go on painting on that.
She's still hiding something. This is an important clue. I need to use it effectively. Tell me the truth. I know you're still hiding something from me.
I ain't had nothing from nobody. I already told you everything I know.
Isn't there something you haven't told me yet? You have evidence regarding the incident you witnessed. Something definitive enough to publish an article. Oh, thank God we're done with that.
What a tarnation. Want me off the hook already? Fine, tell you everything. I'll even show you the photo I took if you stop harassing me. Good enough for you?
Checkmate. Oh yeah, thank God it's over. God's over. So let's see what the evidence,
I lost. I really lost. The North or South has been defeated.
Now then, it's time to come clean. Tell me everything that you know.
I was watching the auction, gathering info for my story.
You didn't just watch them. You got shocking photos too, right?
A little while after the auction started, someone won a bid and the conductor banged the gavel. Someone hollered, "We'll finish this deal upstairs," or something like that. That ain't good, I thought to myself as I hurried back behind the statue.
Did you see whoever came up?
Not quite, but I reckon the fella that came up was the winner of the bid. You could smell a butterfly aroma in the big, fat wad of cash. Buttery aroma.
Was it butterfly aroma? Jeez, buttery aroma. Buttery aroma. Can't imagine that at all.
I reckon this room is where the bidders ponied up the doughs for the purchases. The two of them talked for a while.
Wait, there was a second person in the storage room.
You betcha. I reckon it was the conductor. And then out of nowhere, one of them started screaming. Almost scared my birches off. I rolled myself up into a ball and kept laying low.
So you witnessed the murder?
Well, I wouldn't say I witnessed it, but I definitely heard it though.
Didn't you try to stop them?
Just stop right there. That ain't even funny. What's a dainty little thing like me gonna do?
Dainty?
After all that, I heard me some rustling bustling. The whole time I was really regretting coming here for something fierce. Ah, well, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, but nothing gets in the way a lot of harder than photos. I need to sit up a little bit because my butt hurts. I've been sitting in this chair pretty much all day. This was my big scoop. I ain't no way I'm gonna let that slip by. A bit later, I heard this loud thud. I figured it was my last chance to snap a photo from behind the statue.
Well then, would you please show us a photo?
Aw, I have to.
This is...
the person in the red raincoat who attacked Kay. seriously, just putting down my just water here just like peaks like crazy. I'm terribly sorry. I really need to get my that shock mount, and hopefully that will solve that. Yeah, they have. The person in the red raincoat assaulted a victim in the storeroom, and then attacked Kay on the roof. There's only one person in this photo. Where is the victim? Yeah, I thought it was strange too. Could have sworn there were two of them, but when I looked, there was only the one. But that's gotta be the killer, don't you reckon? So, she's saying the victim disappeared. You were able to tell this person was the culprit just by looking. Their hands were stained bright red, so I figured it was them. What happened to the auction after the murder? Nothing really. Just went on like normal. What? But if the conductor was murdered... What? Guess those rich folks didn't give a hoot. They got some nerve. The nerve of a journalist is nothing to scoff at either. Okay. Well then. Wait. Oh, that's just shabby. Okay, it's the same thing. Look! Check it out! The lift of the sturdy platform installed steel supports. According to my calculation, it should be able to support the weight of 50 Mr. Edgeworths. I doubt there's enough space for that many people. It seems to be used for moving goods. I wonder about that. If you pack them real tight, they might just fit. All 50 of them? Impossible. But that aside, there's still some more places in the store we need to examine. We'll examine the lift after we finish our investigation here. Impossible, huh? Then how about 45? No, we might be able to fit 48 people here. Okay. But what else is there to do here? We get the picture? There it is. So there's... Yeah, that's some bloody hands, alright. What is left here to check out? Poor Kay. The person who pushed me. I am sure it was this person. Yes, you don't remember their face. What? That red raincoat. I'm sure of it. I think. Probably. Please be more clear. I'd like to be a straight answer. Mr. Edgeworth, when you look at me like that, I begin to lose my confidence. My expression is not relevant. Was it this person or not? That red raincoat. It has to be the one. If that's true, it will be impossible for Kay to be the culprit. I'll need to gather more evidence, okay? Actually... This mask is the mysterious global hero, Onyakabon. Why are you surprised? So Edgeworth, don't you know? Everything about this show is shrouded in mystery. From the production company to the broadcasting times. Even the merchandise is hard to find. Wouldn't that mean the company simply went bankrupt? It's Captain Saipan! He's really popular in Europe. All the kids and even the adults dress up like him. I think the flower on his head might be a little bit too much. What TV shows are these masks from? I'm not very familiar with it, but I believe it's called the Students of the Starry School. Each member of the class is a hero of justice. So, I guess these red and white caps are part of the school uniforms? Or maybe their numbers, the number of eye slits correspond to their class rankings. See? The one on the left is ranked number 1, the right is number 2, and so on. Oh, I see. So that's how it works. If that's the case, then the student with the lowest rank would have a mask full of holes. I guess we'll have to watch this show to find out. Okay. The Steel Samurai, warrior of near old Tokyo, and the Nickel Samurai. The Nickel Samurai always seems kind of smudged by comparison. Oh wait, the Nickel Samurai always seems kind of smudged by comparison, and his slender build doesn't look cool at all. I definitely prefer the Steel Samurai. Seems like she has a good taste. Oh, Edgeworth. When you think of the heroines from the Steel Samurai universe, she's the first to come to mind. That's right! I love the Pink Princess too. Emma, you watch this kind of show? Yeah, of course. You like it too, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? No, I wouldn't go that far. Really? Since you had a Steel Samurai figure in your office, I thought for sure. So even Emma has noticed it. Okay, so there's nothing else going on here. No, I am pretty unsure what remains here. Okay, I'm just going to connect these two. Because that's the only thing I got to go on right now. Okay, I didn't think they were related, you see. If you assume that the murder took place in this storeroom, then we must conclude the body was here as well. Huh? Isn't that pretty obvious? Do you remember how the participants left the auction? Of course, they passed through this storeroom on the way back from the auction. Ah! Exactly. The culprit had to hide the body so the participants wouldn't discover it. The real question is, where was the body hidden? Emma, would you mind lending me a hand? I'll leave it to me. What do you want me to do? Let's see. Use your luminol reagent to test for blood reaction. If you would, please. Okay, let me show you the power of science.
The glitter of ice is getting brighter by the second. Let's start by examining the ladder over there. Based on Miss Hart's picture, the person in the red raincoat headed towards that ladder. Chances are something will turn up with the check there. I'm just gonna skip over the tutorial stuff. Let's search the rest of the story for bloodstains, just like that. Well. Mr. Edgeworth, there's a bloodstain here too. However, why is there a bloodstain in a place like this? Maybe something that had blood on it was stored inside. Mr. Edgeworth, there are places we haven't checked yet. Well... I also want to check this part. Okay. Edgeworth, there's a reaction. It's bloodstain, but why the place like... Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. That makes sense for... I guess this is where the they go down to the statue down below. It seems I've investigated the storeroom sufficiently. The reason why we found a bloodstain in the costume trunk is because the murderer hid the body in that box. I wonder how he won the bid for it. The trunk, I mean. That I don't know. In a certain way, everything worked out exactly as someone wanted. Hold it. It couldn't have been in that... It couldn't have been in that resin box. What you mean? When I first came down here, that box caught my eye too. It was just the right size and would have make a perfect hiding place. That's what I thought anyway. I couldn't get the dang thing to open. It's been wrapped up real tight and locked with a chain. The murder happened after that, so having a body in there would have been impossible, you know. A chain wrapped around it. That's a bit strange. Right now, it doesn't seem like to be locked up at all. Huh? That's weird. Maybe my eyes are playing some tricks or something. Yeah. Alternatively, the body was already there. And the murder happened elsewhere. And someone else was the conductor down below. And with that, I believe we've examined everything there is to examine here. Well, then let's head on down. No, I haven't decided to go to the next destination. Hey, Kay. Yes, Mr. Shields. We wouldn't want to get lost. Come and stay real close to Uncle Ray, okay? Right. I'll follow you closely, Mr. Shields. These two, since when did they get along like that? Okay then. So now we get straight down into the PIC. Yeah, I knew it. What? Mr. Edgeworth. This place is... Is this the auction hall? No, it's the meeting room from before. Ha ha ha! Ha! How nice of you to drop in, Kay Faraday. Hmm? You've got some guts. Hey, you guys, arrest her! Arrest her! Wait, carriers? As for the rest of the riffraff, just show them out the door. This is tyranny! Yeah, it's tyranny, pal! Miles is kind of bad. And then... Yup. The light of justice shines upon... Yeah! I'm sorry, I think I just bumped into this thing. I really, really need to get that thing sooner rather than later. Like every time I hit like down on the, I just put my cup down on the desk. Like it just, no matter what I put underneath it to try to dampen it, it just, boom. I'm so sorry.
Honestly, I've never heard you put your cup down on the table.
I can hear it, which means that other people also can. It is like, it can be very subtle. Oh, I need to check Ghost. Like Ghost has some filter settings for my audio thing. Actually, I'm going to do a quick check here if I can limit. There is a limiter. Excellent. I'm gonna put the threshold at hopefully this will help a little bit if it happens again. I'm gonna put it at 15, minus 15 decibels. Such that it will, yeah, so now it won't go above 15 decibels. I should put it at 10 maybe. Minus 10. So, yeah, this is better. At least now I won't have the gain on it. Go further than this. I should actually have done this a long time ago. But hopefully this will help with the everything. Okay. Yeah. Ouch! Why me too? Oh, that's strange. I was aiming for that weak ex-prosecutor. You were clearly aiming at me. Maybe something got in my way. Particularly... Yeah. Right around there. Francisca. Just what you think you're doing here, ex-prosecutor Miles Edgeworth? I do not believe that Kay is the culprit behind this incident. You're just an ordinary man without investigation rights. What you say does not matter. I am Francisca von Karma. I will never stop moving forward. However, you chose to quit. The outcome of our battle has already been decided. I cast away my badge because it became a millstone around my neck. I shall continue moving forward even without it. The path that I walk will surely lead to the truth. My actions are driven by that belief, and that is not something that will never change. So, you're saying you found the path to the truth. Then, show it to me. But if that path proves to be a foolish one,
then it will not survive my whip. The victim used her keycard and entered this room with the culprit. Then the culprit stabbed the victim in the chest with a candelabra, killing her. Should the latter make it obvious who the culprit is? Of course, the crime scene was right here in this room, the PIC meeting room. The proof is the blood stain we found here in the meeting room. That settles it, Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma, where the hell did we just come from? And where the hell did that elevator just stop? You know? Miss Von Karma seems pretty confident, doesn't she? I see. She's a fire one, isn't she? Don't mind the feisty one, cutie. How about an introductory hug? How repulsive. Well, Miles Edgeworth, can you break my logic? If you truly have no intention of stopping here, prove it to me with evidence. Very well, I will show you, Francisca. The evidence that paves my path. I guess. I sound really odd? Oh. Oh my god. That doesn't sound good. Okay, I'm gonna increase the limiter a little bit more. Set it to 0. Actually, no, not to 0. Actually, is it 0? I wonder how high it goes. There should... It's -5 then. And that will give us a little bit more headroom, but it won't go up to the red zone. I hope. We're just going to go straight for what we thought of. Excellent. Yeah, I mean, this room is kind of bad for that, so that doesn't really surprise me. Okay, so we have let's see if this one has... Okay, so it wasn't that. Well, I'm gonna press this one because we know that this is not the murder location. All 50 Shades of Rage. Ah. Foolish words will only result in 50 Shades of Pain. I just wanted to. I shall settle this before Mr. Shields becomes 50 Shades of Maimed. Do you have any proof the crime took place in this room? Von Karma is perfect in every way. Perhaps you forgot that when you gave up your badge. Oh, right, this one is... Objection! If memory serves me correctly, the blood in this meeting room, blood in the meeting room was found in front of the statue of Lady Justice, was it not? To murder someone before the Lady Justice, this culprit must know no fear. I wonder about that. Have a look at this piece of evidence. Blood was found in the storeroom right above this meeting room. As you can see, there's a sign that has dripped down onto the floor below. And right under the hidden lift is the statue of Lady Justice. Then you understand, the murder did not take place here. The killer murdered the victim in the storeroom and then moved the body to this room.
What Lady Justice was a coward trying to conceal their crime?
Hello, Shamey.
Wait, what? Golriape? What? And not the moment of the murder. She is smiling.
Pardon me. I just remembered a conversation quite similar to this one.
Greetings.
As I expected, Miles Edgeworth, such naivete couldn't possibly be an act.
Just how is Mr. Edgeworth naive? Youch!
Have you forgotten, or are you just playing the foolish fool? The amount of blood in the meeting room is clearly greater than in the storeroom.
Please don't just hit me and then ignore me. Ah!
Such a large amount of blood couldn't simply have dripped from the floor above. And even if it had, there should have been much more blood left behind in the storeroom. The murder could not have occurred anywhere other than the meeting room.
You're as predictable as always, Francisco.
What?
The difference in the amount of blood is just as you say. The question is, why does such a difference exist? Glory to the British Empire.
That issue is trivial. I have already explained it with my perfect logic.
In that case, how do you explain the blood that was found in the storeroom? I don't suppose you're going to tell me that someone sprayed it all the way up there?
Like the water fountain? No way!
Exactly, it's impossible. In other words, the reason for the difference in amount of blood is... the victim died of a stab wound. Naturally, there was a significant amount of blood loss.
That is obvious just from looking at the blood stain. But that's so weird. She was attacked in the storeroom, but just left blood that was found there. Yeah! Silence, you third-rate prosecutor.
But I'm the best! Yeah! Do you know when you lose the most blood after getting stabbed with a sharp object?
Ah, I know. It's when the sharp object is pulled out, right?
Precisely. After being stabbed with a candelabra, the body was moved to the meeting room. And then the murder weapon was pulled right here. Out right here in this very room. That would account for the difference in amount of blood that was left behind. But why would a culprit go through all that trouble? Most likely to give the impression that the murder occurred in this meeting room. It seems Miss Crane's keycard was used late last night. But based on the time of use, it must have been a ploy by the culprit to mislead us. In all likelihood, the culprit who used the keycard to enter the meeting room.
Why would the culprit have needed to do that?
Perhaps they feared that the storeroom would be found out during the investigation. If they were involved in the auction, they would not have wanted it to become public.
The auction, you say?
Perhaps you should go upstairs and see for yourself what items are on display. I'm sure that will allow you to understand what occurred here.
Impressive, Miles Edgeworth. You're willing to go that far to protect her.
There is something big lurking behind the scenes of this case. Kay simply got caught up in it.
You're exaggerating.
Am I now? More than anyone, I would think you understand the significance behind all of this. Why would you, a prosecutor working with Interpol, be involved in a domestic case? Wasn't your objective to crush an international smuggling ring? If your search for smuggled goods has led you here, then isn't this feeling I have related to the case?
I'm relieved You haven't lost your touch, even though you've turned in your badge. That was literally an hour ago. You don't lose your touch by just, I'm gonna leave this thing and just like, yeah, I just lost all my knowledge of how to investigate in right time since, you know, leaving my badge on the table here. Franziska is Francesca, that is true. I've heard about your situation from Scruffy over there. Sorry sir, I just wanted to help out somehow. A wise decision, detective. Franziska, are you the one in charge of this case? Isn't Interpol pursuing the black market auction? And what if I am? That is not something you need to know. So, you knew about all of this from the very beginning. You knew the black market auction was being held right here. Hey, man, if I butt in? Not that gal to turn up dead. You. I love that. I love that. Franziska. She knows who this is, and she was like, nightmares. Hey, I ain't done talking yet. Yeah, I ain't changed a lick. Yes, thank you, Franziska. This case doesn't leave even a fragment of your faulty testimony. What are you trying to say? I'm the Bonneville journalist. Ow! Back then, you gave false testimony. Miss Von Karma seems to really dislike Lotta. I can't say she's fond of her. Ain't that Crane gal one of them PIC members? She's a spitting image of the conductor. I reckon she's... Youch! She hit me! She hit me again! What is the meaning of this? Answer me, Miles Edgeworth! From Miss Hart's testimony, we have obtained a description of what the conductor was wearing, and it matches what the victim, Jill Crane, was wearing. You mean to say the one who was murdered was the conductor? Miss Von Karma, maybe you should calm down. It would seem that a new fact has just been brought to light. Indeed, I came here in pursuit of the black market auction, in order to arrest the organizer of the event. In other words, the conductor. If we believe Miss Hart's testimony, then the conductor is already dead. Wouldn't this mean that your investigation has ended in vain? That's right. However, I swear on my name that I will not return him empty-handed. I challenge you, Miles Edgeworth. A challenge is fine, but why is she readying her whiplash? She's about to out for a victim of her own. Oh no. She isn't. She isn't. Franziska? I hope you are doing what I think you're going to do. I will concede your argument. The murder occurred in the storeroom. Correct. That would mean the culprit is someone who participated in the auction. If that photograph is correct, the victim was the conductor, and the culprit was a customer. The customer waited for the victim in the storeroom where the goods were delivered. Then, they stabbed the victim in the chest with a candelabra in the storeroom. That is all. I trust you have no objections. Never mind. I felt my fears were in vain. Unfortunately, that is not the case, because there's a hole in your testimony. As expected of Miss Edgeworth, I didn't notice anything at all. Helen, please settle this with one blow. Oh, yes, of course. Watch as I crush her logic. this is all wrong because we have Lotta's testimony here. No, not this one. Oh, it's not this one, okay. Guess I'm gonna press this one a little bit more then. Miss Hart was in the storeroom at the time. Could the culprit really have been waiting there? I don't know where she was hiding, but since you've seen it, you must know as well. There are numerous hiding places in that storeroom. So, the culprit was hiding while they waited for the victim to arrive. I believe the crime occurred after the auction had ended. After all, the victim was the organizer of the auction, the conductor. During the auction, the organizer would have been in front of the customers the entire time. After the auction ended, please add that statement to your testimony. Sorry, but we have Lotta's testimony here. I hate doing this. As I thought, you are one step behind.
What did you say?
The victim was not the conductor, and I have proof. Miss Hart's testimony.
This photographer's testimony is not trustworthy.
What are y'all saying? I'm both of ow!
Cease your idle chatter.
Yow! Francisca, calm down and listen. Miss Hart witnessed a part of the murder. The main point here is that after witnessing the murder, she says the auction continued. That's right, sure as can be. They all just kept going on shamelessly. Do you think the auction could have continued without someone conducting it? If the victim was not a conductor, the person killed must have been a customer. As I said from the beginning, Kay is not the culprit. After all, she herself was attacked by someone and lost consciousness. In which case, that would make her a victim. And if the auction continued after the incident occurred, yes, and the victim was not a conductor but a customer.
That is enough.
That voice.
Order in the court. The chairman will now enter.
My, there's no need to be so stiff. Actually, feel free to call me Blaze.
Well then, Blaze, what brings you here?
Huh? Well, I just want to see if my idiot son was working hard is all. Is this kind of father-son relationship really healthy? No, it's not. This is why Sebastian is so obsessed with being the best. I had come to light a fire under you, but it seems I found them unexpected bumps. To think that the criminal who would become the talk of the town would be here, of all places.
Everyone, restrain the suspect at once.
Please wait. Kay Faraday is not the silence. This is quite troubling, Edgeworth. Didn't I tell you earlier? It appears he desires a swift resolution to this case. If it's not, we could lose our trust with the public. They're calling us the Waste of Time Committee. You know, it's troubling for me as well. Oh God, it's like... You know, a swift resolution to a case does not impede trust. Like, the way you do get trust like this is to do it right, not like expediency. Seriously. This guy is corrupt as fuck. This guy did it. You know, it's troubling for me as well, that sort of thing, at my age too. And on top of that, an illegal investigation is not something that I can overlook. Have you forgotten you are no longer a prosecutor? You have lost all your authority. Furthermore, you have aided a criminal in evading the law. Yes, that's right. You're so reliable, Courtney. I'm aware of the consequences of my actions. You may punish me as you wish. However, we have found a new suspect. It's the person in this picture right here. Kay Faraday was attacked by this person and... There is no need for your explanation. Just recently, a red raincoat was discovered in the vicinity of this building. The victim's blood and a cherry blossom petal were found on the hood. Cherry blossom petals? Now she mentions it. On the viewing platform. Yes, they probably stuck on due to the blood. They were littered around the bloodstain. And we received a forensics report on the blood, you know? There's no doubt about it. The person in that photo is the victim, Jill Crane. What do you say? Is it though? I mean, on one hand it could make sense that she went up, went down and around, but at the same time, no, I don't think so. I'm not so sure. Impossible. That will completely destroy the foundations of our logic. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe like someone forged that. We had believed that the person in the red raincoat was a culprit. And now it turns out the person is actually the murder victim. Wait, if that's the case, then the prime suspect would be... Miss Faraday, you met a person in the red raincoat on the rooftop, did you not? Yes, I did, but... The person in the red raincoat was the murder victim. And Kay Faraday came in contact with that person. Since one of the parties is now dead, what happens next should be clear. That's not how this works at all. Kay was attacked by that person. As the victim, it would be impossible for her to be the culprit. There is no evidence she was attacked, is there? Furthermore, we must consider the possibility that the victim fought back. Are you willfully ignorant, Courtney? You know what? It is as I say, justice is blind. Courtney definitely is. It is far too early to come to that conclusion. Kay is not the criminal. You're wrong. Kay! That's wrong. Even though I don't want to believe it myself. After hearing about the raincoat, I finally remembered. I only remember a little, but from what I saw that night, the culprit is me. I remember looking down at the red person in the red raincoat. Mr. Edgeworth, it was me. The culprit was me all along. That can't be right. Then why? Why do I have that memory? That person collapsed before my eyes and coughed in a pool of blood. Why didn't I do anything? It must have been because I killed her. It is clear to me the validity of Miss Kay Faraday's memory. Didn't you doubt it until now, pal? Congratulations, Miss Faraday. Your courage will surely allow you to be forgiven. You know, I'm just so, like, I'm not sure if she is, like, I am so, like, unsure if Courtney is corrupt or not. Like, I want to believe she's not, and that she's just willfully ignorant. Well, like, all of a sudden it's like, yeah, this makes total sense because this fits with what I think. So therefore, this must be right. This is like, I want to believe that Courtney just suffers from an immense case of confirmation bias. You know? I want to believe that. But I have no clue. Now, let us rejoice in the blessings of the goddess of the law. Allow me to give my opinion as an international prosecutor. Her actions as a criminal are... Hurry! Arrest Kay Faraday at once. How dare you behave that way before me?
You're being too forceful. Further verification is necessary. I'd even go so far as to say this is unlawful.
Unfortunately, the law does not side with you.
It sides with me, you see. But you know, the beautiful bond between you two has been etched deeply into my heart.
That reminds me. We seem to have forgotten one additional suspect.
Edgeworth? That's you. Of course. What's that, pal? Miss Edgeworth hasn't done anything wrong. I beg to differ. That's right. You see, he's no longer a prosecutor, sadly enough.
Your actions have gone too far this time. An illegal investigation and assisting the escape of a criminal. I cannot even think you as a former prosecutor now humbly accept your punishment.
Oh yes, that's right. I believe the plan for today was to hold you here before the PIC. Why don't we leave the hearing for tomorrow, even though the results are already crystal clear? You should think long and hard about what you've done. Very long and very hard.
Court is now adjourned.
Wonderful place. This is a wonderful place to stop.
Like, seriously, I am so confused. Like, I really hope that this is a case of willful ignorance on Courtney's part. Because, like, seriously, this is just, like, wow. So, kudos to the writers here, because I have absolutely no clue what to think about her. So, I mean, I'm hoping that Courtney is this game's Agent Lang, you know? I'm hoping that she is this game's Agent Lang. But still, like, her actions and just, like, she's so blind. Like, just serious confirmation bias. But, well, we'll just, I don't know. I have no clue. Actually, is this source still, yeah, it's filtered, good. Yeah, I'm a little bit like that too. 2 more parts, so Wednesday. We're gonna finish this case on Wednesday. Still though, yeah, we're gonna find out. Sheesh, I have so many questions and so many everything. Okay, so I'm going to be trying, as I said, to be fixing some better gear like I'm gonna order it on Thursday. Actually, I've ordered it, I suppose. Or did we order it? I'm not sure. I need to go through Tenho to...
No.
Yeah, so it's not ordered yet, but I'm gonna get it, and hopefully everything will be fine, and we'll no longer have to use this thing, and I can use the microphone shock mount and stuff like that, and get rid of this jury rig solution I have here for myself. So 5 parts. That's not a lot. Yeah, might actually finish it next week. We'll see. So thank you all for watching for today, and I'm so glad that I'm actually very happy that I didn't get around to playing Hat in Time today, because during this entire stream I've been rendering the last stream. It's been rendering for like just hours. It's on 77% now, and it's estimated to have like 2.5 hours left. It is insane. But I also noticed that I did some changes to my archiving settings, and the archive, the recording from the last stream, like the size is enormous. Like I might not actually have what I need to be able to, like, space. And right now, thus far, I don't know, but it's bigger than last stream. Like in terms of size, is bigger than my entire archive of Nier, Ori and the Will o' the Wisp, and Ori and the Blind Forest combined. So, because that last stream's footage is 70 gigs. So, no, it's more like because I changed my recording settings the other day. I thought I had it to the bitrate of it to 40k. 40k. Apparently I hadn't. But now I have it at 40k to have just maximum, the best possible archiving quality. So, and it's also like this here. So we'll just have to see. I'm a little bit curious how it'll be. So, but with that out of the way, that does make everything just take much longer to render, I guess. So, can we raid someone? Will is streaming Hollow Knight, so let's raid Will. And I hope to see you all for Wednesday. That's the one. Wednesday. Good night, everyone, and take care.